Before this IPL began, many were of the opinion that Punjab Kings are the real deal. Now, that's a phrase we had heard before, but Punjab, when it came to the IPL main, always underperformed. This time, they are proving that they are the real deal. Even though we've only seen one encounter, but the way this Punjab team came out, the intent that they showed, and the total that they put up, this is going to be a team that people are going to be watching out for very carefully. They were up against Gujarat teams, also a very well-rounded team, and they were playing away from their own home in Gujarat's den in Ahmedabad. Yet they notched up a big total of 243 runs. And I think one of the main reasons why Punjab is looking this good is primarily because of their young captain in Shreyas Iyer. He led from the front, getting 97 runs at a phenomenal strike rate, and that is what ensured that Punjab dominated. What really stood out about Shreyas Iyer is not just his stroke making, but his attitude, that positive intent, that confident attitude that he carries. And no matter what the situation was, they were good bowlers bowling for Gujarat Titans. For example, Rashid Khan, who's been one of the IPL legends, but the ease and comfort with which Shreyas Iyer played him was just another level. You'll rarely see a batter be as good as Shreyas Iyer was against spinners. Even someone like a Sai Kishore, who was the standout bowler for Gujarat Titans, was good against every other batter. But when it came to Shreyas Iyer, he was the one timing it really well. Fell short of his 100, 97 not out. But what really stood out in that knock was that he was selfless. He could have had a chance to take the strike in the last 2 overs, but he didn't do that. His partner was Shashank, who himself was going at a phenomenal strike rate of over 200. He allowed Shashank, a specialist finisher who the Punjab Kings had retained, to continue getting those runs. And it's their batting, their partnership, without thinking about his own 100, the captain. He allowed Shashank to flourish, and that is what took Punjab to 243. Though the game became interesting because Gujarat Titans also came out fighting, and the standout performer for them, Sai Sudarshan, of course, got a lot of run, but the standout performance there was also from a Joss Buttler or a Shubman Gill, all chipping in with some runs on some occasion or the other. If I had to really pick one moment, as I said, it still became very close between the two teams. But if I had to pick one moment or one person who could be held responsible for Gujarat losing, because remember, 16 overs, 61 needed, 8 wickets in hand, Buttler and Shafane Rutherford on the crease. It was a 50-50 game, even though Punjab had put up 243. Shafane Rutherford really froze on the occasion. In a game where most other batters have gone over 200 strike rate, I spoke about a Shashank for Punjab. I spoke about a Shreyas Iyer as well for Punjab. Even a Sai Sudarshan at 180 strike rate for Gujarat. In a high-scoring game where almost 500 are scored, 160 strike rate, especially for a finisher like Shafane Rutherford, I think that's where you lost the game. Kudos to Vijay Kumar Vishak, who came on as an impact bowler. He kept at that one plan, bowling outside the off stump, and Shafane Rutherford failed to connect. Now, many might argue that, listen, Buttler also at 160 strike rate, Shafane Rutherford also at 160 strike rate. Why is it that I'm pointing out that it is because of Shafane Rutherford that the Gujarat team lost? That's because Shafane Rutherford got the important deliveries in those last 4 overs, more deliveries. That was the time for him to up the strike rate. Had Buttler got those amount of deliveries in the last 4 overs where you really needed to up the tempo, I'm sure he would have finished at a much higher strike rate than 160, but he did not get the strike. Shafane Rutherford unfortunately gave a lot of dot deliveries, especially to Vijay Kumar Vishak, and I think that was the turning point. That, I'm afraid, happens to be the one person because of Gujarat losing this particular encounter. Credit to Vijay Kumar Vishak, of course, outstanding with the ball. As I said, kept it simple. Sometimes we say don't complicate matters, keep it simple. He kept it simple. One simple funda, full length outside the off, make it tough for the batter to bat. That's the field that he had set, and eventually paid out. To have an economy of around 9, where about 500 runs are scored, was outstanding. The only awkward bit there was he only bowled his 3 overs. Maybe Punjab Kings made a mistake in getting that impact player. Next time they need to calculate that better. Allow him to bowl at least 4 overs. But in all of this, let's not also forget another unsung hero for the Punjab team, and that was Arshdeep Singh. Again, an economy of around 9, picking up 2 crucial wickets as well. What Arshdeep showed today, and I think this match was a perfect example to tell you why he's now the second best bowler for India in T20 I say second best because you always have a Jasprit Bumrah. He's number 1 by a distance. Behind him, it is Arshdeep Singh, because he showed you different skills. He showed you he's the most skillful bowler, had the slower ball, could bowl the short pitch delivery very effectively, bowl the Yorker, all the armory, all the weapons that he had, he showed. So very, very skillful. And why I said this is a good game to see the difference between him and the rest of the bowlers, because you also had someone like Mohammad Siraj, who was part of the Indian scheme of things when it came to fast bowling, suddenly out of favour. Prasidh Krishna was an India player, out of the scheme of things. And if Prasidh Krishna and Arshdeep and Siraj want to know why they are out and someone like Arshdeep is playing, they need to look at today's match. You will see the level of difference in terms of that skill that Arshdeep had and the lack of planning and skill from Siraj and Prasidh Krishna. Finally, even though Gujarat Titans must be ruining the fact that they came close, they could have won the game, you also have to point out their standout bowler. That was our Sai Kishore. Absolutely outstanding, the standout bowler of the match, picking up 3 wickets in economy of 7.5, whereas I said even 9 we are complimenting of an Arshdeep and a Vijay Kumar Vishak. So what Sai Kishore showed you and what Gujarat Titans showed you, that there is no replacement for an out-and-out bowler. Remember, Gujarat had a Washington Sundar in their team, but he wasn't playing. They played a Sai Kishore. But what does the Indian team do? They go for all-rounders. They don't look at the primary skill. What Gujarat did, they looked at who's a better bowler. No offense to Sundar, he's a very useful all-rounder. But if you were to look at a bowling all-rounder, who's the bowler likely to pick wickets and be more effective between a Sai Kishore and a Sundar? The answer is Sai Kishore. Gujarat trusted the primary skill and picked the bowler. Indian team on occasion just looks at bits and pieces, and secondary skill becomes more important in picking the team. There's a lesson there for team selection for the Indian team with what Gujarat did and picked up Sai Kishore. That's all that we have on this match report, where Punjab Kings have started on a winning note, beating Gujarat Titans by a margin of 11 runs. If you enjoy our content, please don't forget to give us a like on this video, share it with your other IPL fans or friends. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today. Nikhil Naz signing off.